Orange County Register pop music critic Ben Wener, who joins us from the Register building in Santa Ana. How are you, Ben?
I'm very well. How are you?
Fantastic. And how have the shows been?
They have been pretty good so far. They've gotten off to a good start. Willie Nelson opened last Friday, and that was a good start. It was a really good show. One of his better shows. I mean, you got to accept that he's a little older. He's not going to sound, incredible, but it was a better experience than when he was at Coachella or Stagecoach. And then there was a good K-Rock show on Saturday night with She Wants Revenge, and then Earth, Wind & Fire packed the house. The place was just up and dancing all Sunday night. And I just saw a pretty weak 80s show with Psychedelic Furs and The Fix and The Alarm, none of whom were particularly exceptional. But, that's going to happen. And that's the only show I've seen so far where the audience wasn't a big turnout. Most of these shows have been packed, which has been really encouraging, and it's another really good season overall. I mean, there's some classic rock, there's lots of nostalgia, but then there's also quite a bit of new music. Queens of the Stone Age plays Sunday night, and we've got Blue October's playing Friday night. I'm trying to remember some of the others that are actually coming up now. They all start to blur together after a while.
Leanne Rimes coming our way.
Leanne Rimes is coming up. You get like Lynyrd Skynyrd, and then you get a really good rock show like Queens of the Stone Age, and then this year it's sort of pushing a little more into August. Chris Cornell's playing in August, and then after the fair is closed, they've got a few shows at Pacific that are tied in with KLOS. They've got there's a classic rock show with Paul Rogers and Riders on the Storm, which is like, a couple of years ago, Ray Manzarek and Robbie Krieger from The Doors, they put together this Doors of the 21st Century, which they had to call it that because John Densmore, the drummer, sued them and said, well, you can't call it The Doors because it's not The Doors. So now it's Riders on the Storm. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
So I suppose we will find out.
We will find out.
In a few weeks.
Okay, I have two questions for you, and I'm breaking all of my rules of being a reporter by asking two questions on top of each other. But you can handle it. I know you can. Okay, Lynyrd Skynyrd, first of all, who is left in that group? And Chris Cornell, is he totally out on his own now and has disbanded from all bands and is just Chris Cornell, or are we going to hear from him with a band as well? Okay, well, Skynyrd, as far as I know, and this is off the top of my head because I haven't done my research on Skynyrd. When the show gets here, I will. Sure.
I believe Rosington and Collins, Gary Rosington, I forget Collins' name. I think they're still the two originals. Ronnie Van Zant died years ago. Right. But some of these classic rock bands can be surprisingly good despite the fact that they don't have key original members anymore.
Sure.
Because they've been doing this nostalgia circuit for a number of years. They've sort of honed in on their show. They know exactly how to put it across, and it works pretty well.
Right.
With Cornell, he's completely on his own. He put out a new solo album recently called Carry On, which is a fitting title because now he's post-Audioslave, now that the other three members of Audioslave went back to Rage Against the Machine. So, his new solo album is really good. It's not, it's not incredible, but it's got lots of really good songs on it. He's really sort of recapturing what he set out to do when he left Soundgarden and had a solo album then. So what he'll do for this show, my guess is that he's going to do some new material, maybe some more obscure material, and given that even during the Audioslave days he was digging up Soundgarden material, he's bound to do that as well. So that's one of the better shows this season, I think.
We have about 30 seconds left. Curious, when does the American Idol Live show hit Orange County?
That hits on Sunday. If you need to go see Jordan and Blake and
Sanjaya.
and what, Sanjaya? Yeah. No. See, I'm going to be at Queens of the Stone Age. Everybody else can go see American Idols live. It's a Sunday night at Honda, and then it's Monday at Staples Center. There are tickets left. In fact, I checked Ticketmaster. You can get a pretty good seat right now.
I'm shocked.
Shocking.
Shocking. All right, get some sleep, Ben.
Have a great weekend. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.